Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first video, hi, I'm Alaina, and this is The Organized Money, where we talk about planning life and managing money. Today's video is going to be on my 2026 reading planner. So this planner is actually separate from my one book to organize my life. I use my Tom 90 planner, which is a letter size planner, as the book that helps me to manage my life. But I also use some additional planners and notebooks on the side of this particular planner in order to help me with other things. One of those is my reading planner. So my reading planner is a classic size planner that I created in order to help me to stay on top of the different things that I am reading and learning throughout the year. I wanted to show you them side by side because this is the classic size planner and this is a letter size planner. So a lot of times people will ask me what the difference is in the size, and as you can see, the classic size is 7 by 9.25 and the letter size is 8.5 by 11. So it is much bigger than the classic size, which I love to use the letter size when I am planning my life because I need all of the space. But when I am doing my reading, for the most part, I like to carry something smaller around with me along with my Kindle. I will use my Kindle in order to read different books, or I will use Audible if I am listening on the go, and I will do that on my phone. But in today's video, we are going to be setting up my reading planner. And this planner is very simple. It only has 3 sections to it. You have the laminated cover, and then as soon as you open it up, you have your reading tracker. So you get 5 reading tracker pages, but they are back and front, so it's 10 pages in total, and you can add 12 books on every single page. My next section is my TBR. So any book that I decide I would like to read for the upcoming year, I will add it to this list, and then once I decide to actually read it, I will move it over to my reading tracker. So I can add the book title, the author, and the progress. And usually I will leave this blank until I decide to read it. And once I decide to read it, I will add once I have completed the book here. And you get 4 of these pages, and then it goes into my book notes. So for my book notes, you have the title, the date, the type of book it is, the author, the rating, and then I am also able to add a summary, and I usually will add a book sticker here as well, so that I can see the cover of the book. And this is the rest of the planner. So as you can see, there are no dated pages, so you can use this for however long you need to. But I love this because I'm able to keep it really simple and be able to keep up with all of the notes of the different books that I have read throughout the year. Now, I didn't necessarily need to create a new reading planner, but last year I had the letter size version of this planner, and I did decide that it might be better for me to use the classic size because it would be easier for me to carry it on the go when I am reading in different spaces. So that's the only reason why we are creating a new one for this year. So the first thing that I'm going to do is add some dividers. I do want to add some top dividers here so that I can easily flip through my sections. Right now it is all one big section, and I do want to be able to separate my tracker from my list from my notes. So I have pulled over some top tabs. I have 4 top tabs that I am going to add in here, even though I only need 3, but every pack of tabs that I have either come in a 4 or a 6 pack. So we are just going to keep the last one for any other notes that I might have that I want to add to the back of this planner. And I have also pulled over my Brother P-Touch label maker. This label maker I have been using for years, and this is what I use to add my stickers to my tabs. This is one of the best label makers. My labels never go anywhere, so I absolutely love this. So we are going to label each section, and I'm going to make labels for my trackers, for my book list, and then the last one will be my notes. And I just have to cut each one of the labels so that they will fit on my dividers. And you could just easily pull off the sticker on the back and adhere it to your dividers. I like to do labels on each side so that I could see the divider from wherever I am turning in the book, because sometimes I might be behind that particular divider and I still want to be able to see what it says. So that's the first section. And then my book list will be my second section. This one's going to be a really quick video because it really does not take me long to set up my reading planner. It really takes me longer to figure out what books I'm going to read than actually setting it up. Since it's only 3 sections, I try to keep this one pretty simple because I feel like if I make it too difficult, it's going to be harder and harder for me to use it. And my last section will be my book notes. And what I'll probably do is add some journal paper behind this for some additional things that I am just learning. That way I have another section for just learning notes, and it could be other things that I'm learning about instead of just what I am reading, because sometimes I'm watching videos and I might want to take notes on different things that I'm learning from YouTube or class notes. So that's more than likely going to be my last section. But I don't have it there now, so for now I'm just going to add this section here. So all of the dividers are in. And if you remember in my planner, I wrote down some of the books that I plan on reading at the beginning of the year. So under my personal goal, we had 3 books that I wanted to read over the next 90 days. Messy, The 4 Tendencies, and Essentialism. And so what I did is print out those books along with the 2 that I am currently reading. So my goal is to finish these by the end of the year, but I wanted to add the notes from these books into my next year planner. So I'm going to start off with the one that I am currently reading, which is Unoffendable. I'm really enjoying this book. And if you are interested in these stickers, I do sell them. You are able to write down the different books that you are currently reading, and then I will send you a sticker sheet of all of your books. And you can order 12 books per order. So I will link that below if you're interested in that. But we're going to start off with Unoffendable and then Unreasonable Hospitality. And then we are going to go to Messy. Then The 4 Tendencies, and then I have Essentialism, and that's all I have so far. I realized that when I plan too far in advance, I end up not reading a lot of those books because I will change my mind really quickly. So I want to give myself space and time to change my mind, but I do know that I want to read these 5. So the next thing that I'm going to do is write all of those books on my list to read so that I not only have them on my tracker, but I also have them listed out here. So I'm currently adding in the book title and the author. I'm not going to add in the progress just yet. So what I had been doing in the past is like leaving the progress section blank and then writing in completed once it was actually done. But I think I'm going to use this bar this year and kind of mark off my progress. Like if I am still at the beginning of the book, I will just write like a couple of lines here. If I am toward the middle, I will probably fill it up to the middle. And then if I finished it, I will draw vertical lines all the way through, kind of like I do with my task in my planner. I plan on doing the exact same thing because sometimes I have not finished a book, but I did start it. And so I do want to mark off my progress a little bit better than I have in the past, because in the past I just wouldn't put anything. And then I would wait until I was actually finished it to fill this section out. And I think that it might be a better representation if I am able to mark off how far along I have gotten in the book. Am I halfway there? Then I can mark off half of the progress bar. So I think that that would be a much better use of this space. So I'm definitely going to keep you updated on that. We have so much more space to add more books as I read them throughout the course of the year. But like I said, I don't want to make too many decisions too early, because a lot of times I will write down a book here and I will change my mind. But what I will do, because I don't like to add all of my books here, especially if I am not 100% sure if I'm going to read them this year, is I will add it to my phone. So in my phone, I do have a notes tab that says books, and I have a bunch of books in here as well. Anytime anybody tells me about a book, I will add it to my list here, and then I can refer to this list to decide what I am going to add into my actual planner once I decide that that's what I feel like reading. I have a lot of organization books, a lot of money books, a lot of spiritual books. I just have a bunch of books in here. Some of them I have already read, but a bunch others that I haven't. And so I will add to this list from that list, or I might get inspiration from somewhere else and decide to add it to this list. And the last section that I have in here is my book notes. So with this, I am only going to add one more sticker, and that's unoffendable, because this is the book that I am currently reading. So this is where I'm keeping my book notes. I only add the current book that I am currently reading because I don't know how many pages of notes I'm going to have. I don't want to add another sticker to the next page because I don't know how many notes I'm going to have from this book. So I will just add my book title at the very top, and then I will add that I started the book. Usually I will just add the month and the year here, what type of book it is, and the author of the book. After I have finished the book, I will also add my rating, but I do like to add my summary of my notes from the book here, so that if I ever want to reference back to it, if I ever want to talk about the book or mention the book in some type of capacity, I can look at the highlighted things, the main things that I've learned from that book, and be able to pull it from my summary section. And usually what I will do is add however many stickers I need to the following pages until I have finished the book. But this is going to be it for my reading planner setup, because as you can see, it's very simple. I just have a bunch of book note pages after this one so that I have enough pages in order to write down notes from all of the books that I am currently reading, and I can add more pages if I need to. So y'all let me know in the comments below if you use a reading planner and the different things that you like to set up and have within your reading planner. But I hope that you all have enjoyed this video, and I will see you all in tomorrow's video. Until then, keep organizing your life so that you can achieve your dreams. Bye guys.